When Jesus came back from the dead, he started reintroducing us to what it means to be really human. And his resurrected body, he'd show up in different places. In 1 minute, he'd be with the women at the side of the tomb, that first Sunday morning, and the next thing you know, he's off walking with some friends on the road to Emmaus, but they can't recognize him. That's kind of a theme there. That first day after he comes back from the dead is unrecognizable until he says a word and calls Mary by name, or when he takes bread after he's been going through the whole Bible, showing his own students everything about himself. And it's when he breaks the bread that their eyes are opened and they recognize Jesus. What a strange thing for God to do after conquering our greatest fear, and that's dying, right? You know, I I I sometimes think it would be so cool for Jesus to just show up, don't you? And then it kind of makes me wonder, well, hasn't he already? Like, hasn't he already done enough? And the more I get honest with myself about myself, I realized it's just not usually ever really enough for me. What he's done in the past, or even what he's doing right now. The truth is, he's already here. Not because of something I've done, only because of his own grace that's already been poured out, the Holy Spirit that works in our lives before we even recognize it. The risen Jesus Christ, fully God, fully human, abides with us. And just because we can't see the flesh and the blood ourselves, the one who came back from the dead the way that Mary did, or the friends on the road to Emmaus, doesn't mean he's not with us. I think maybe that's where the real beauty is found, is when we take one step at a time. Whether we recognize the risen God among us or not, he still promises to be there. And every now and then along the way, just like those first apostles, God says a word or breaks bread, or someone smiles at us or sits with us in the ashes of the trauma we've been facing. And that's when we know we've been in the presence of Jesus. Yeah.